Hi guys, so we're back. I'm with my son.
Hi.
Today I wanted to do a little yoga class for anxiety and stress. A lot of the youngsters nowadays seem to be very stressed and anxious, as are adults and everybody really, especially with the COVID pandemic. So I thought I would do a class. A lot of the poses would help reduce stress and anxiety. So we will start. And we're both sitting up on our cushions, so easy seated pose, nice straight back. And we're going to start with some alternate nostril breathing.
Nostrils.
During the day we tend to breathe out of one nostril, so this just helps bring some equilibrium back into the body and is a very good stress reliever, as are any type of breathing exercise. So if you're feeling stressed at all or anxious, these are always good too. If you just go and find yourself 5 minutes, any of the breathing exercises that we do or I do are excellent for stress. So anyway, I shall stop rabbiting on and we shall start. So you can do this different ways. Some people will use each thumb and breathe like that. So I usually do it, so I use my thumb and the ring and little finger. Some people put those two fingers on the top of between their eyes there, and we'll do it like that. I find that a bit uncomfortable, so I prefer to do it like that. So you don't need those two fingers.
I'm physically incapable of having my ring and middle pinky finger, so I'm just going to use my thumb and pinky finger for this.
That's fine, that's no problem. It's how you're comfortable.
Yeah.
So we're going to close off our right nostril, starting closing off the right nostril and taking a breath in through the left. And then close off the left nostril and breathe out to the right. In through the right. Block and out through the left. In through the left. Block and out through the right. In through the right. Block and out through the left. In through the left. Block and out through the right. In through the right. I couldn't speak then. Block and out through the left. In through the left. Block out through the right. One last time, in through the right. Block and out through the left. And down. Do you feel chilled? Very chilled.
I feel kind of lightheaded.
Yeah, it can make any breathing exercises can make you lightheaded sometimes. So if you do feel like that, just stop and breathe normally. And it is a good idea to blow your nose before that one as well. So we're just going to start off with some nice shoulder rolls. So just 5 rolls back. Hear the crunching. And 5 forward. Make sure you've still got that nice straight back. And then we're just going to bring our chin down to our chest. Look up to the right. Nice and slow down to the chest. Look up to the left. So just about half neck rolls down to the chest. Hand up to the right. Exhale down. Inhale left. Exhale down, and then just lift your head up. And now we're just going to bring our right ear to our right shoulder. And just bring that left arm out and walk it out and away. That's it, so you really get that stretch up your neck there. And then you just use your right hand to put your head back up straight. And then the other side. Just walk that hand out. Lovely. Bring your head back up. You can use your hand if you want to. And then our side twists. So we want to bring our arms out. We're going to bring left hand to right knee. Like so. Other way. The left hand to right knee and this one behind. Okay, so arms up. Take a big inhale. Bring your left hand to your right knee and twist. Just bring that right hand to the floor behind you. And as you exhale, take another inhale. Straighten your back. Head right up. Exhale and just twist a little bit further. Remember to twist. So when you twist, you just want to twist the top half of your body really. Don't really want to twist your lower back. So, and then just look slightly over that shoulder. That's good. Okay. And then back to centre. Arms out. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, twist. Take another inhale. See if you can twist a little bit further. And then back to centre. And out. And do some side bends. So, right hand out here. And then just bring your left arm up. And then just want to side bend over. Just as far as you can go. Right, try not to, so you don't want to move your body or bring any of your legs up. You're just bending from your waist so you feel a stretch. Here. So bring this hand, come around the centre a bit. Bring that hand to the side like that. That's it. Over. Look. So it's your face facing front, yeah?
Right.
Maybe facing front. And over and stretch. Just feel that stretch from the waist up to your arm, to your hand. And then bring that down. Arm up. And just bend. Where are you going to? You're leaning too far over. So come right up straight. Come up straight. That's it. Arm out, this arm up. Just till you feel that stretch. That's as far as you can go. Yeah? Feel the stretch up
Yeah.
there. Yeah. Right, sometimes you might only, that's fine if you can only get there. Like obviously, the more you do the yoga, you can come down onto your forearm. But
Yeah, then finish with the hands down.
yeah, tie yourself in a knot. Right, now we're going to do some cat and cow. I'm going to my left. So on all fours. Again, make sure your knee is under your hip and your hands are under your shoulders. Straight back. That's it. So your back's in a table, nice tabletop position. And then with an inhale, you want to dip your belly and look up. And exhale, round your back into a cat. Tuck your head in. Inhale, dip. Exhale, round. Inhale, dip. Exhale, round. Inhale, dip. Exhale, round. Now we're going to come back into child's pose. So there's two ways you can do child's pose. You can bring your knees together and your feet together, and then just sit back on your heels. Can you get your bottom onto your heels or not? Your arms in a bit. Bring your arms back. So can you sit your bottom on your heels?
If I sit like that, then yeah.
Right, so when you start to lean forward, does your bottom come up?
Yeah.
Okay. So just put a cushion under there. Okay?
Yeah.
And then just bring your hands forward and just totally relax. This is a really good pose for anxiety. You can bring your arms back if that's more comfortable. No? You can bring them back like that if that's more comfortable. How does that feel? So you prefer that, yeah. You can also, if you leave your big toes together, you can bring your knees out into a wide-legged child's pose. And that way you can kind of fall down in between, or you can have a cushion there. I quite like this way. And then just take some nice deep breaths here into the back. And then just bring yourself up there. Right, then we're going to come up into mountain pose or Tadasana. And just do a little flow to get you warmed up if you're not warm already. So mountain pose, come to the front there. If you remember, you want to stack your body, so knees over ankles, hips over knees. Just tuck your pelvis in slightly. Roll your shoulders back and down your back. Head just sitting on the top, nice and neutral. Parfait, parfait. Okay, so we're just going to bring our arms up. Bring them down into prayer and come down into a forward fold. You can bend your knees here. Just let your hands hang down. Take an inhale and come halfway up, flat back. And then down with an exhale. And with an inhale, you want to put your right leg back. You can use the blocks here if you want to, each side. Do you want to use the blocks?
Alright.
Okay, just take a couple of breaths here in a low lunge.
What should I?
So you want your knee directly over your ankle, so that needs to be nice, so you bring your foot forward slightly. Yeah, you want to be up on your back leg. Can you straighten that back knee a bit? That's it. And then just try and bring your head up a little bit. Take a breath here. And the next inhale, exhale, bring your knee down to the floor, untuck your toes. And then just come up onto your knee there, put your knee in a bit. So. And then just bring, with an inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale. And inhale, bring your hands back down to either side of your foot. Tuck your toes under. And then just come up and bring that leg back into downward dog. And then you can just walk out the dog. Okay, let's have a look at your downward dog. Right. Okay, just bring your feet in a little bit up. You want that nice V shape here. Your tailbone up to the sky. That's good. Okay, excellent. So from here, you then want to bring your left leg forward in between your hands. Yeah, and that sometimes you just need to help your foot a little bit. Yeah?
Yeah.
Take a breath here. And then bring your other foot to join that. Forward fold. Just let everything hang for a minute. And then just roll up really slowly. And last. And just get your bearings. You okay?
Yeah.
Dizzy? Okay, and then we're just going to do that the other side. So make sure your body's stacked, feet together. Roll your shoulders back. And with an inhale, come up. Hands to prayer. Bring them down and forward. With an inhale, halfway up. Flat back.
Alright.
Now you can come up because you need your back to be flat, so not as flexible as me yet, son. And then exhale down. And with an inhale, left leg back. Do that low lunge. Okay, so make sure that knee is over. That's it. Just sometimes just have to adjust yourself a little bit. Try and straighten the back knee as much as you can. That's it. If you bring your hands up like that, sometimes it's easier because it just gives you a little bit of height. Take a breath. And with an exhale, bring that knee down. Uncurl your toes. And with an inhale. And exhale. Another inhale. Exhale, bring your hands back down. Tuck your toes under. And then come back into your downward dog. Perfect. Excellent. And you just want to bring your right leg up and then through. Hands. Okay. And then that leg forward. And then just stay down in that forward fold for a minute. Again, this is another really good pose for anxiety. Just literally let everything hang. You can shake your head, nod your head. You can hold your opposite elbows and have a little sway.
Take a nap.
Yeah, if you're a bat, maybe. Okay, and then just slowly start to roll up. Head last. Okay. Cool. So we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. So you want to come into a straddle position as far as is comfortable for you. So if that hurts you in any way, you need to come in a little bit.
It's okay. Yeah.
Okay. Make sure your hands on your hips, nice straight back, shoulders back, and then just tip forward so you're like a flat back. That is perfect, son.
I've been training.
Okay, take a couple of breaths here. And then just come down into a forward fold again, just let everything hang. Relax. And you can just come over to the right ankle. Give the left leg a bit of a stretch. You might want to bring your feet in a bit if that's uncomfortable. Not too far. Yeah. And then across to the other side. In the middle again. Again, just let everything hang, give your head a little shake. Right, from here I'm going to come into a triangle pose. So you just want to put your right leg out as if you're doing a warrior 2 position. And then just come up slowly. Okay. And then you want to bring your arms out. Make sure your hips are facing forward again. Arms out to the side, and then you just want to reach forward as far as you can, and then just tip yourself. Now, you might not be able to come down to the ground. You might want to come up onto your shin. So you want to try and straighten that leg a little bit more if you can. So you might want to bring your hand up to your shin, just however far. The idea is to have a flat body. You want to try and imagine that you're in between a wall. That's actually really good.
Of course it is. It's me who's doing it.
I will do it too, son. I will do it too. How are you doing? Are you needing to come out of it?
It burns.
Okay, you can come up. I just want to bend in that knee. That's it. And then just the other side. So reach forward, and tip. And you want to try and look up to the hand that's in the sky. If that's too much, don't worry. Just bring your face neutral. Very good. You can come up. And then we're going to come down into a squat. It'll be easier to do it like this. So we did have a little practice of this earlier. So I needed to know, obviously, if Alfie could do a squat.
And my knees don't exist, so
yeah, for for me, it's like a really easy pose, but I'm pretty flexible. So I know friends have commented before on my videos, oh, I can't do that. So
I have blocks.
this is the modification for you.
Yes.
If you cannot get down to a squat.
Yes.
So from the wide-legged position, you just want to walk your feet in a little bit and then come down, just kind of wiggle around. You can bring your hands to the floor just to get that positioning. You all right?
Marvellous.
Hands to prayer. And just slightly, you can push your elbows onto your knees. You can have a little wiggle around. And just try and straighten that back a little bit. Excellent. That's great. Okay. And then just pop your hands behind your back and come down onto your bottom. Okay. We're going to do our wide-legged forward. Wide-legged.
Seated forward.
Excellent.
Wow, I can predict the future.
Well done. Right, so if you want to come to the end of your mat or face that way, maybe so you're facing me. Okay?
Okay.
I'll give you the strap. Facing position for you. Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to come into staff pose. So feet up and flex to the ceiling, legs together. Just take your flesh away, so you're sitting on your sitting bones on the floor.
Okay.
Nice straight back. Okay, and then we just want to bring our arms up with an inhale. As you exhale, start to hinge at the hips. Breathe. Now you can grab your strap
Yes,
if
I
you
shall
want
do
to.
that.
Okay, so come up and peek at your back. Again, as we want, I've said to you many times in my videos, we want a nice straight spine. Not the head is obviously part of the spine, your neck anyway. So it needs to be a nice line down there. Alfie has got a little bit of a hump in his back. So yeah, so you want to hinge. So you don't want this rounding. You want to literally hinge from the hips. Your back's still nice and straight. And then the head, obviously in alignment. So you can feel that on the backs of your legs?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so just take a few breaths here, into your legs, and then relax your muscles down. Into your legs, and relax your muscles down. Brilliant. Okay.
Marvellous.
Marvellous. Okay, now we are going to come down onto our backs.
Okay.
Remember to use your core. No, just flinging yourself back. We like to get our cores involved.
Yes.
So,
I wonder how many times it took for her to say that.
only 100. Okay, knees together and then arms out. And then just slowly roll down using that core. Stop. And down. Nice and gently. Excellent. So we're going to do a bridge pose. So just bring your feet in as near to your bottom, just so your fingers graze your heels there. So if you can't get them in that far, that's fine.
I can. Believe in me.
Yeah, well, don't force it, never force it. And just put make sure your lower back is flat on the floor, so you might just want to tip your pelvis forward. Hands flat on the ground. Take an inhale. With an exhale, just start to peel your vertebrae off the floor one by one. And come up until you are on your shoulder blades. Make sure you keep your head looking up at all times. Don't turn your neck. Just come up onto your shoulders. And we just take an inhale. And exhale, roll down really slowly. I'll do that one more time. I'm going to watch it. Okay, remember to make sure your knees are in line with your hips.
Yes.
Your feet forward. Okay, so palms flat on the floor, and that gives you some leverage. So inhale, and with an exhale start to peel your spine off the floor. On your shoulder blades. That's it. You can bring your arms in, you can clasp your hands, kind of put your shoulders right under, and that really opens up your shoulders. Okay, and just say watch those knees, don't splay out, keep them. That's where you might want to bring your feet out a bit, they don't have to be right up. Okay, how's that feel? You feel that kind of on your shoulders, yeah? Okay, so bring your hands back out. Use them for leverage. Take an inhale, and with an exhale start to just slowly roll down. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to do happy baby. So bring your knees into your chest. I don't know even if you can do that. Have a little roll, so it's a nice massage on your lower back. And then you just want to grab the outsides of your feet.
Right.
Bring your knees down into your armpits. Bring your head down on the floor. That's just me looking up. Is that?
I can do
Are
it.
you in pain?
No, I'm alright.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a happy baby, and you can just roll your lower back on the floor. Yourself a massage.
Well, I don't particularly feel happy about it.
Is it a sad baby?
Oh, Jesus. I'm stuck.
Let's have a look at you. Maybe don't roll. Okay, right, let's see what you're doing. So you want
The whole
outside, yeah. Knees into your armpits. That's it. You're doing it. Does that feel really sore? Does that really feel really uncomfortable?
It feels uncomfortable, yeah.
Yeah, okay. You can come out of it.
Yeah.
So come out of it, not fall out of it. Right, now it's your relaxation time.
Yeah.
So Shavasana, or corpse pose. So just drop your feet out to the side, arms out, just away from your body, palms up. Okay, totally relaxed. And we're going to just go through each part of the body and relax each part. So try and empty your mind of what you're going to be doing next, or who you're going to be speaking to on the computer. Just try and clear your mind. Think of the clouds up in the sky. If you've got any thoughts, just pop them on the cloud and watch them float by. Just take your attention down to your toes and totally relax your toes. And your toes are relaxed. Think about your feet, tops of your feet and the soles, and just relax them down. Your feet and your toes are relaxed. Think about your ankles and relax them. Your shins and your calves and your knees are relaxed. Back of your thighs, front of your thighs, the whole of your legs feel relaxed. Think about your buttocks, your pelvic area, relax them down. Pelvic area feels relaxed. Next, take your attention to your tummy. Totally relax your tummy and your chest. The front of your body feels relaxed. Think about your lower back, your middle back, and your upper back. whole of your spine feels relaxed. Relax your shoulders down, upper arms, your elbows, your wrists and your forearms are relaxed. Think about your hands, fronts and backs, your thumbs, your index finger, middle finger, your ring finger, and your pinky, all relaxed. The whole of your body is relaxed. Think about the back of your neck, top of your head. Relax your forehead, your eyes, your third eye. Relax your nose, and your mouth. Relax your tongue, your cheeks, and your chin. Take a swallow. Relax your throat. The whole of your head feels relaxed. You can obviously relax in Shavasana for as long as you like, so if you want to stay there, please do, you're welcome. But for Alfie, start wiggling your fingers and toes, bring your thoughts back into the room. It's gone to sleep. Just bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a hug. Bring your legs back down, take your hands, your arms above your head and give yourself a nice big stretch, fingers to toes. Point those toes, big stretch, nice yawn. Lovely. Then just roll over onto your left side and just push yourself up. Perfect. How do you feel?
Refreshed.
Refreshed, relaxed, stress-free, anxiety-free.
Ready to contact the spirits.
Which spirits? The gin and the vodka spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about right. Well, we hope you enjoyed our little anxiety busting class.
Yes.
And we both wish you a very good day and a namaste.
Namaste. Adios.
Stop now.
Ciao.
Go and clean your room. This is what we do.